How to improve your critical thinking skills in a real-world friendly way. Let's face it, we live in a noisy world. Everyone has an opinion. There's information flying at us from every direction, and sometimes it feels like we're all just reacting rather than really thinking. That's why critical thinking is such a powerful skill. It's not just for scholars or philosophers, it's for everyone. It helps you make better decisions, avoid being misled, solve problems more effectively, and communicate clearly. So if you've ever found yourself overwhelmed, confused, or unsure what to believe, this chapter is for you. Let's dig deep into what critical thinking is and how you can build this skill, step by step, in your everyday life. What is critical thinking, really? Let's keep it simple. Critical thinking is your ability to think clearly and logically about information and ideas, especially when things get complicated. It's the habit of asking, what do I really know? How do I know it? What am I missing? Is this reasonable or emotional? It means approaching things with curiosity, caution, and a desire to get to the truth, not just agreeing with what you want to hear. And it's not about being a know-it-all or constantly doubting everything. It's about being a thoughtful person who listens, learns, and makes choices based on understanding, not impulse. Why critical thinking is a superpower. Before we dive into how to improve it, let's get clear on why this matters so much in the real world. Here's what better critical thinking can help you do. Make smarter life decisions, like which job to take, what to believe, who to trust. Avoid being manipulated by ads, fake news, or peer pressure. Spot flaws in arguments, including your own. Stay calm during conflicts and find constructive solutions. Boost your creativity. Yes, critical thinking actually helps you think outside the box more effectively. In short, this skill makes your life less chaotic and more intentional. Step-by-step guide to improving your critical thinking skills. Now let's roll up our sleeves and get practical. Here are detailed steps with examples and friendly advice to help you sharpen your mind every day. 1. Ask more and better questions. This might be the single most important habit to build. When someone presents an idea or makes a claim, don't just accept it. Question it. Great questions to ask. What's the source of this information? Is this fact or opinion? What assumptions are being made? What are other possible explanations? What might I be missing here? Real-life example. Someone posts on social media, drinking coffee dehydrates you. You could ask, who said this? Is it a medical professional? Is there scientific research behind it? What do other sources say? How does coffee actually affect hydration? You don't need to be a scientist to think critically. You just need to be curious and ask why more often. 2. Slow down your thinking. We often make decisions in a rush, on instinct, on emotion, or just to get it over with. But critical thinking thrives when you slow things down. Try this. Before responding in a heated discussion, take a breath and ask yourself, what's really going on here? When you feel strongly about something, pause and ask, why do I feel this way? Is this emotion or logic? Before making a big choice, sleep on it. Talk it out. Make a pros and cons list. Example, you're offered a new job. It pays more, but it's farther away. Instead of jumping in, you pause and consider commute time, work-life balance, long-term goals, job satisfaction. Slowing down doesn't mean indecision. It means better decisions. 3. Learn to recognize bias, especially your own. This one's hard. We all like to think we're objective, but the truth is, everyone has biases. It's not a flaw. It's human nature. But the more aware you are of them, the better thinker you become. Common biases to watch out for. Confirmation. Bias. Believing things that support what you already think and ignoring what doesn't. Negativity. Bias. Giving more weight to negative information than positive. Groupthink. Going along with the crowd because it's easier or feels safer. How to handle it. Ask, am I being fair to other viewpoints? Look for evidence that challenges your beliefs. Surround yourself with people who think differently than you. Example, you believe a certain diet is the healthiest, but then you read a scientific study showing mixed results. A critical thinker says, interesting, I want to learn more, instead of brushing it off. 4. Evaluate the quality of information. In the age of the internet, information is everywhere, but not all of it is trustworthy. Critical thinking helps you become a better fact-checker. Ask yourself, is this from a reliable source? Is the author or speaker an expert? Are the facts up to date? Are statistics being used honestly? What's the goal here? To inform, persuade, or manipulate? Tools that help. Use fact-checking sites like Snopes, factcheck.org. Cross-reference sources. Read past the headlines. Many are designed just to grab attention. 5. Break problems down into smaller parts. Big problems are intimidating, but critical thinkers know how to dissect them into smaller, manageable pieces. Problem-solving steps. 1. Define the problem clearly. 2. Gather relevant info. 3. List possible options or causes. 4. Weigh the pros and cons. 5. Choose the best solution and evaluate the outcome. Example, let's say you're trying to save money. Instead of saying, I need to stop being bad with money, you break it down. Where is my money going? Which habits are costing the most? What small changes can I make? Solving problems this way makes them feel less overwhelming and more doable. 6. Practice perspective taking. A key part of thinking critically is understanding viewpoints that aren't your own. This doesn't mean agreeing with them. It means respecting and learning from them. Ways to do this. Talk to people with different beliefs. Watch documentaries or read books outside your usual interests. Play devil's advocate. Argue the opposite side, just to see how it holds up. Example, you strongly believe in one political position, but you spend time reading about the other side. You ask yourself, what life experience might lead someone to this view? It deepens your understanding. 7. Stay curious. Curiosity is the engine of critical thinking. If you're always wondering, always exploring, you'll constantly improve your thinking. Ideas to stay curious. Ask why more often, like a kid would. Read widely. Science, psychology, history, fiction, biographies. Try new things. Learn an instrument. Cook a new cuisine. Visit a museum. Example. You see a weird phrase in an article. Instead of skipping it, You Google it. Down the rabbit hole you go, and suddenly you've learned something new. Curiosity leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to understanding. 8. Reflect on your thinking. This is the secret sauce. Look back at how you think. After every major decision or conversation, ask, was my reasoning solid? Did I let emotions take over? Did I consider other perspectives? What would I do differently next time? Tip: keep a journal. Write about your thought process, even just once a week. It helps you spot patterns, grow, and think more clearly over time. 9. Surround yourself with thinkers. You don't have to do this alone. Being around thoughtful, curious people makes you smarter by osmosis. Join book clubs, follow thought-provoking podcasts or YouTubers. Take online courses or attend discussion groups. Have deeper conversations with friends. Ask why, how, what if the company you keep shapes your thinking. Choose wisely. 10. Practice, practice, practice. Here's the truth. You can't learn critical thinking in one sitting. It's a habit, a mindset, a daily practice. Start small. Ask a question every day. Read one article and analyze the argument. Take one conversation and reflect on how it went. Solve puzzles or play logic games like chess or Sudoku. Each small step adds up to a stronger, sharper, more resilient mind. Final thoughts. Be a thinker, not just a reactor. In a world full of noise, you have the power to be clear-headed, calm, and confident. That's what critical thinking gives you. Not just better decisions, but a better way to live. So start slow. Be kind to yourself. Some days you'll miss the mark. That's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. And remember, critical thinking isn't about being right all the time. It's about being open, honest, and thoughtful enough to keep learning.